Hello, and welcome to our STEM Skills Success series called Make It Stick. This is Volume 1. It's called Space Out Your Practice. I'm Emma Barnaby, the CNMS Student Success Coach, coming to you from the CNMS Advising Office of Student Success. About this series, Make It Stick is a workshop series designed to help STEM students create study plans that work. Each video will go over one strategy for learning material. Try them out. See how you might be able to add some of these strategies into your own study toolkit. You can also make a one-on-one appointment with Student Success Coach Emma Barnaby, me, to discuss how you might implement these skills. If you'd like to make an appointment with me, please look in the description box for the link to my Calendly appointment. All right, so we're going to talk about spaced practice and why it's useful. So spacing out your practice is really helpful because the more you come back to material after a short time away, the better it sticks in your brain. And this is because if you give yourself a little bit of time to forget, when your brain tries to remember it after you've forgotten a little bit and that effortful learning kicks in, it sticks better in your long-term memory. So, one helpful way to kind of get on the spaced learning train here is to make a schedule. So, plan out your whole week, plan out when you're going to study every day. This is really helpful for a lot of reasons, but it really helps you kind of plan out times to revisit your material. So, if you're studying for a test and it's coming up next Wednesday and you've got 10 days to study, if you start now, you just have to study like 15 to 20 minutes every day. You'll have so much more in your memory in 10 days than you would if you crammed the night before the test and didn't get any sleep. So, if you revisit material every day, it gives you a chance to sleep in between each time you revisit that material. And that also helps the material settle really well into your long term memory. So, stick with this. It may feel tedious. That's because it is tedious. But long term memory is a long game, and you need to dedicate time to it in order to build your foundational knowledge of the subject. It's really important that a lot of this stuff goes into your long term memory, though, because if you want to go to professional school or graduate school or anything like that, you're going to need to know this stuff. This stuff that you're learning now is the foundation of your career. It's really important that you know it. So it needs to go into your long term memory for a really good reason. You might think it's a waste of time. It's because you're spending a little bit of time and it's hard to get that material pulled out of your memory every time. So it may feel like a little bit of a waste of time. But massed practice, which is when you study a lot all at once, is only useful for remembering something in the short term, like right before a test. So maybe the hour before the test, it's really useful to do an hour's worth of practice on that material so that it is really strong in your short term memory. But the other good reason to do this kind of thing is because if you do mass practice, your focus drops off really strongly after about 25 to 30 minutes. And it's really hard to kind of actually have an effortful learning session. And this can be frustrating. But keep in mind, the more frustrated you feel while trying to recall something, the better, because the harder it is for you to remember it, the better it's going to stick in your memory. So trust me on this, it's real and it works. And we really recommend that you try this technique. So thank you for watching. Don't forget, I am available to meet with you one-on-one to help you make a study plan. So click the Calendly link in the description box to schedule an appointment. Thanks for watching. See you next time.